My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Robusta in year 3 here in Atomicrops. We are going to be climbing up through the Robusta years. Just doing it a little bit quickly at the start. I imagine I'm probably going to go, quite quickly from 3 to 5 to 7. And then we're gonna slow the heck down because I imagine that's when I am going to start dying constantly. Thankful crops, that is way too much fertilizer and way too many seeds over the course of the run for me to turn it down this early. Maybe if it was much later and I already had a strategy in mind, I could do it, but definitely not right now. Or if the other option was like completely core to my build, but other than that, it's too many resources given to really turn it down. Okay. Take a earthquake scroll in each of these locations. I don't have a pig yet. And I do have a watering tractor, so I have a lot of easy access to seeds. Not only, sorry, the watering tractor, but the watering tractor and thankful crops. So if I have the ability to water my crops, and I have the ability to get as many seeds as possible, the only bottleneck that I have past that point, well, I mean, fertilizer is a bottleneck, but you don't need fertilizer to actually grow things. The bottleneck that I have past that point is my tillable soil. So the pickup of 2 earthquake scrolls at the very start is to try and balance those concerns. I'd really like to get a rain cloud though as well, so that I have the ability to actually grow these things before the end of the day. Okay. I don't think I've taken on the flamingo camp yet either. Yeah, there it is. That's really good to see because I already had 3 roses. If that flamingo camp had given me a rose as well, I'd be much happier, but okay. Can't always get what you want. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go home pretty soon, but obviously I gotta get this first. And I have the ability to teleport out relatively quickly thereafter. Also, our early pickups were a squirrel pocket, so occasionally fling a squirrel, as well as a butcher's bayonet. All guns fire a butcher's knife. Which means we are aggressively much more powerful than you typically would be at this point in the game. And what that means is we should start taking on more aggressive challenges earlier. I mean, I'm not... Hey! I thought that bunny was already dead. I was certain that bunny was dead. Weird. I'm not going to be fertilizing or mega cropping like any of this, so I'm happy to just plant it all. I only picked up 30 from the foraging. So I'm actually going to go off base to see if I can see foraging really quickly in here. I can't. Okay. Sometimes it's one of the nearest 3 camps. And if it is, you can just get really easy early money here. I wouldn't be surprised if all of these prickly pears came up in time, though. I'm going to give them the ability to do so. 2 of them did. They did. Great. So this just confirms that I'm going to have a gun for today, because if I had 30 and both the guns cost 45, I wouldn't have been able to equip. Take a rusty SMG, easy exploration. I don't have a cow, man. Why am I putting these down? I guess in case I get a cow very early on in the other area. Or maybe I'm staying here and actually using my watering tractor before I leave. Okay, I can stay here and use my watering tractor before I leave. Just get a couple extra seeds, I guess. Specifically because the SMG means we are going to be able to clear the plains today easily. Not only the SMG, but oh my god, of course, the extra different modifiers that we have for it, the butcher's bayonet, as well as the squirrel pocket. Take the extra pig there. So that's now our 2nd pig, as well as 2 earthquake scrolls very early on. I'm probably out of the game of terrain generation for a while. Now I'm going to want to focus on fertilizer gain. We've got a little bit of that in Thankful Crops already. Don't get me wrong. But with the amount of seeds and terrain that we have, we're going to need a lot more. So that we can actually get good value out of what we have. That's also like our 6th sunflower in the first season. That's ridiculous. We'll use all... Oh my god, another one. We'll use all of those by the end of today. All of those. Sorry, we'll use 1 mega crop of those by the end of today. We're only going to be going for all of them when we finally have... a mega crop. Oh, that was actually a bad decision there. I was literally just talking about the fact that I have an excess of seeds and I have an underwhelming amount of fertilizer. And then I immediately turned down a blood rain, which not only fertilizes your plants, but actually drops fertilizer on the ground as well. I anchored to it back when it only fertilized your plants, but then the meta progression upgrades gave it the ability to also drop fertilizer on the ground. And I think I'm yet to really appreciate that difference. Okay. Hey! What was that? That's sudden dive. But yeah, obviously I should have taken the blood rain over the anemocry there. Whoops. My bad. Okay. Let's keep kicking all of those away. Okay, we should oh god. We should mega crop one of the sunflowers before the end of today if we can. We can. Should we wait until the next season to do the next one? No. Okay, we got Toxic Spores on the 4th there, thankfully. So now I'm going to use this to go to a tier 2 area today. And then we can use the extra... Actually, you know what? I will. I'm just going to clock this in. Awesome. Teleport back out this way, I guess. Just because it's the fastest way we can go. Definitely take the speed shroom here still. Because we are robuster, but we have no upgrades. So it's still worth. Golden Hoe, great. No, but what we're looking for particularly here with the extra sunflower that we just did is to continue making sure that we have enough money to continue exploring these areas. But I was also saying that we also have more aggressive capabilities, again, as a result of those items that we picked up at the very start from the previous game bonus. Perfect. Literally getting the animal camp as early as possible is one of the things that I keep harping on every single time I do an aggressive start. This is the most important thing that you can get. Well, yeah, obviously it depends on the run, right? But it's one of the most important things you can get for sure. I would say now too much terrain expansion. That was 3 sunflowers for... Good God. Getting a ridiculous amount of sunflowers. I'm gonna leave that tractor there, I think. We still need ways to deal with weeds. We have no chickens. if, like, I wouldn't call that a bottleneck because it doesn't really change our farming production, which is why I'm using, like, bottleneck, because it's like a bottleneck production line kind of situation. But it does hamper us. It's definitely something that we need to manage a little better here, so glad to see that much access to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm only capable of planting things down if I count the things that I'm planting down. I don't know why. It just so happens to be a quirk of me. None of the rest of that needs to be planted right now, though, so. Like, the amount of money that I get from those would be minimal enough to not really warrant doing it right now. Instead, I should probably focus up on picking up more seeds, I guess. Just kind of keeping the farm area healthy, getting a little bit more fertilizer. Nice. Right, no, I can't just go exploring again. I was trying to figure out, why don't I just leave this camp? Because I can't. That'll do it. God, we are getting so many sunflowers this run. And I just do not have the fertilizer to feed all of them. If that rose had come up at the end there, we would have actually had the ability to get married today. Squirrel Launch looks really good, especially because all of the south is still unexplored. Although I really do need to go back here and finish up my exploration. I like Run Faster. I also like the drone. But I don't know if I need the drone. Run Faster, stats, drone, my god. Alright, 3 drones start. Pretty good. Pretty good. Drop rate and splash damage, those are the 2 that you're looking for there, so very glad to have gotten both. We have another sunflower to pop out today, we just need to make sure that we have the fertilizer for it, and honestly, just with exploration, I'm just going to quickly take that just in case. With exploration, we should be definitely fine. Okay. Using the lesson that I learned just a few moments ago about the taking the Blood Monsoon in that circumstance. Getting a lot of Blood Monsoons. It's probably time to no longer be taking Blood Monsoons at the at kind of like a insta-pick status. HP's looking a little worse for wear right now. Oh, thank you. God, all I really do need to do in this run is just ask for things and then they get provided. Okay. Let's go. They blend into the background. The red ones just blend too much into the background in this area. That's not to mention, like, although I do mention it frequently, that when you are here and you are starting to reach dusk, it's even worse. Like, they actually are just the same color as the background then. Let's go for this. We'll focus on one thing at a time, though. I don't want to have to do this, till, come back, till, etc., etc. And so on and so forth. Alright. A few more roses, please. And then I have enough aloe. Yeah, I think I'll pop a couple of these Atomicrops scrolls now. So we'll start with, like, planting aloe there, and then here. Okay. Grapes will do as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna mega crop and fully fertilize all of these as well. Great. Love that the Whacker Tractor is back up as well, because it's our only way of managing the weeds at this point. Gosh, I wish I'd started it from a little bit further up. We have so many of these lower tier seeds that I am very keen on seeing the Squirrel Trader. Usually it's only much later in the game that I would say that, but this is exactly the time for it. We had a watering tractor early, we've transitioned out of it, now we just need value. I want both of these. Growth aura, extra speed. We'll figure out who we'll marry later. Good. So 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. 1, 3, 1, 3, 8, 2, 10. Okay, cool. So I can still happily just buy all of these kits. And I'll probably only buy one tomorrow and then it'll be settled. Do I go to another second tier area right now? I think I do, actually. We have another toxic spores. This is the aggressive opening that many early sunflowers can buy you. Whether or not it's more effective than just more quickly covering the other areas, I don't know. I honestly do not know. I suspect so, but it's not like I've gone away and run numbers on it. Okay. Now we'll go back to an Anemone Creeper here. See, ow. No, you too. Getting approached from far too many directions there. I guess I'll go with Water Witching. I don't really care about Vinaigrette or Water Witching there. Oh, I could have tried to do this as like a challenge. Oh no. Someone had suggested challenge runs, in particular seeing if I can kill the Corpsicopia at the end with exclusively Vinaigrette. This would have been a nice time to try that. But, you know, Vinaigrette shows up almost every run, so I don't think I'm going to be starved of opportunities to try that out. Oh. See how quickly we were suddenly swarmed with enemies there? It's wild. I didn't even see the one that hit me. Okay, thank you for the heart. One thing I actually really don't like about Backgun is occasionally it will aggro enemies you do not want to fight. So you'll end up in an awkward position where you aggro two camps at the same time. And, well, aggroing two camps at the same time is just it's a whole lot of camp. For a very small amount of boy. Ah, gosh, really? I thought we were almost done and we were just strolling up to the end. We'll quickly clear these camps. And then I'm going to teleport home rather than walk. Let's go for that. There we are. Now I also need to pick up more chickens because I do have fertile eggs now, which means I get to transition out of this tractor. Often I will only have one tractor the whole run, and instead this run I'm going to transition between, if we also see Megaton, possibly all of the tractors? Actually no, I'm never going to pick up Monster Mulcher, right? Yeah, I'm never going to pick up Monster Mulcher, so no, not that one. We're almost done with our exploration to the point that I don't even know if I want increased fighting stats. Thank you for the extra drop rate there. I'll also take a little bit of terrain creation. Just because money's not super critical or vital or crunched for us right now. So even if we don't need that terrain expansion, it's not available to take that same pickaxe later, right? If I take that pickaxe now, I have it with me the whole run. So unless I'm in a money crunch, it shouldn't really matter. And we're generating enough money with enough, like, late game resources at the moment that money should never really be a problem for us again. I'll take Weed Killer for no reason there. For a reason I immediately regret. I think it's just because I didn't want the other one. I can't even remember what the other one was. It was that much of a, like, blank space in my brain. Or sorry, in my vision. Just something I looked at and I was like, yeah, that's not it. This, Chief? No, this isn't it. Nice. Oh, these clears have been so good and so many resources. Are we transitioning to mega trees? It's more likely than you might think. Persistent value. It's persistent value in later stuff. But also I have no shortage of seeds, right? So they're just going to be less valuable than those seeds. But it does make fertilizer less of a concern. Oh my god. I'm just going to extend today by like a whole day. Thanks. Now I should actually have some time possibly to go back there and pick up some of the camps in that area. Watering is a problem for us, so I'll take the cow now. Thank you for the rose. Oh wait, we have gotten the golden pupa. Huh. I'm gonna pick up and put down the tractor there so that I can say that I've legitimately swapped between all of the tractors this run. Does it make a difference at all? No. I wanted to do it though. Ow. Okay, I'll take that. If I had gotten that Doom Shroom before leaving, this fight would have been absolutely ridiculous, but I'll settle for it being pretty ridiculous. Thank you for just helping me farm out trees, Soul Crusher. I just need a warm body to hit with all of these squirrels so that I can get all of the trees. I mean, I also get roses occasionally from it. I've heard that apparently, if anyone can marry 5, that is all of the current spouses available in the game, which needs way more roses than you can actually naturally get in a run. Apparently, if you get to marry all 5 of them, then the devs will add a new companion. Now, see, Rito completed Robusta on year 10 and is going to get the Retromation Red Hoodie inserted into the game. Congratulations to Rito for having done so as well. This might be my path. This is how I win. See if I can figure out a way to actually get... I'm going to plant those. I'm not going to plant that yet. Okay, I need to capitalize on that sunflower as soon as I get back. But see if I can marry everyone. It is going to be a problem because neither of these people are ever going to sell me anything again. So I need polygamy to be a reward from here, the mayor, or in the shop from the mayor. But if I spend any roses in the mayor's shop, then suddenly it's way harder for me to get enough roses to actually marry everyone. You need really good luck with squirrels. You need the bundle of roses. You need the flamingo friend. You need every single rose megacrops. You need so many things in order to get that to work. I don't have polygamy yet. But heck, it's a nice thing to do as a possible guiding thing for this run. I could take that gourd or that chicken, but honestly, they aren't going to make that much of an impact. Gambling might be actually important for us later because you can get roses from that. So I will leave open the possibility of gambling later. Which does mean I will want to save some money. Ah! No! That's not what I wanted to plant! Oh, I messed up. Because I was looking at the roses previously, so I was trying to plant immediately a sunflower so that I could capitalize on the sunflower before it disappeared. And instead, I planted a rose next to it, failing to mega crop it. Ooh. I mean, that's too juicy of a whack attractor to turn down. I gotta use the charge before I leave. Not like it holds. I mean, look, if the orbs are big and the orbs do damage, you can just get in there. It doesn't matter. Oh, hell yes. That's a lot of rare crops. You stay all the way out there. I'll take psychoactive weeds, sure. Come on. Hey, I'll take ye hog. I think we can probably finish this area in time. No, wait, we have roses growing at home, don't we? We need to go home. Anticipation trophy. Sorry, but the seeds were too important. Had to come back. Excellent. Let's now get a couple mega crops of basic plants going. When one of these comes up, I'll put the roses down. We go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a severe excess of roses right now, but it's not going to matter a lick unless we get polygamy. Very early rose there, but I do have a growth aura. I do have harvest moon. I've got bees and hummingbirds, which were possibly affecting it. Like, I'm not surprised. 30-20. It's not bad, but it's not excellent, you know. Terrain expansion. I have the ability to make 2 mega banana trees right now. Okay. I still care. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna hard buy out the weapons until I'm done. One more, that's fine. Hard buy out the weapons until I'm done. with the exploration. I should be done with the exploration. Day 1 of the next season, which is like a day early, but it's only a day early. Despite our early aggression, we're only a day early on the completion because we went to the harder areas first. So they were slower clears than they would have been if we had waited until we were more geared up. Well, I say more geared up. It's not just gear. It's also stats. And you get a lot of stats from season ends. So that in particular drives a lot of the difference. Because we were pretty geared up, right? We had a fully upgraded weapon. In fact, we had one of the best weapons with the best upgrades. It's not fair to argue I wasn't geared up. Statted up, though. Definitely not. It's definitely time to go for farm stats. The faster I can plant all of these, the less time I have to spend doing it. The less time I have to spend doing it, the more time I can spend doing other things, like planting other things. Are we done? I always underestimate this area, and I always have like 1 to 3 extra camps that I have to clear when I check at the end. But I'm gonna trust that we're done there. I'm just gonna also do that. And this. Nice. Sorry about all the sweeping and very quick, I say very quick, reasonably quick jumps back and forth as I'm looking through areas like this. It's just to make sure that I can take fewer strolls up and down the map and still see all of it. Or at least the edges of all of it. Awesome. Yeah, because I only need to see the edge of a camp in order to know there's a camp there, right? So you don't need to see the whole area, you just need to see enough of the area so that if a camp was there, you would have seen it. Important for the traversals. Alright, because we have participation trophy, it's very important we smooth out the area a little to make it more megacrop friendly. Perfect. I should get rid of all of these Atomicrops scrolls early while I'm still exploring in the days, so I need to do things faster at night. And if I don't need money, there's no reason to go for the higher tier crops right now. Okay, with the full upgrade of this, we can actually probably finish exploring today. Fingers crossed. Alright, north. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the line. I left a heart back there. I'm going back for it. Don't worry. It's just I had long enough that it wasn't really my primary concern. I wanted to come back and get it when I was going in this direction anyway. There was a critique on a previous video that was saying that I often don't consider farming stats as much as I should. I agree. I 100% agree. I think I over-invest in fighting stats commonly. I think I need to address that, and that's part of what I'm trying to do with this run. But also, I was gifted a run where it was very viable not to go for those fighting stats there, where usually I would just, like, guaranteed have to go for it. I've even, like, been exploring the last area and found a shrine and gone for fighting stats. Like, that's not correct. Especially when you consider the final boss is not a fighting challenge, rather. Specifically, it is a farming challenge. So it's like I'm gearing up for the early game and then going into the late game with the wrong stats as a result. Okay, yeah, we'll finish that exploring on the day. First day of the next season. Which is not the most recent guess that I made, but it is one of them. So that counts, right? Counts as me calling it? Alright. Easy old McDonald's. Did you see how harsh that auto-aim was? Oh. Please. The auto-aim. It's so much. Alright. This is working out pretty well. I wonder if... Okay, that's a decent expansion, I think. Let's just go for that. Can I actually aggro you from down here? I know you're very close. Did it work? No. Otherwise, something would have come and tried to hit me by now. Great. And then I get another Atomicrops scroll down. At nighttime, while I'm nearby, I mean, I wasn't near enough by, I probably should have been standing in the middle of all the crops, right? With a rain cloud active is the greatest way to just run through your Atomicrops scrolls for full value. Please give me polygamy. This is like the last time you can do it. If we don't get it here, we're just not getting it. Got it. Marry me. Marry me. I'm gonna collect Norman's wedding ring while I'm marrying Borage, and then Borage's wedding ring after. Unfortunately, I don't know if the people are gonna refresh fast enough for me to actually do this. I think I might have needed polygamy in the first season and to marry someone in the first season to actually get enough companions to show back up. We'll see whether or not that's the case. I still don't know the rules about how companions decide to show up. So I would love to be wrong about that. I strongly suspect I'm not. Obviously, went for the sniper rifle here because the sniper rifle is incredible in the northern areas. Bad hit. Ooh. Time shroom. Love all of those. Basically buy yourself a full extra day. If you get enough of them. Okay. Definitely don't love the move speed shroom. Move speed shroom, rather. And then immediately as I was saying that, I collected another one. I need to stop doing that. I keep doing it to myself. Daft thing. I just walked straight into that. It's fine. Honestly, nothing should really be able to threaten my health anymore. Good microchip right there, especially with 3 drones. I didn't have the golden pupa drop in one of the camps as I cleared it and then got teleported back to base, did I? Did I? Uh-oh. That's looking much more realistic as we go around here, and I'm not seeing a golden pupa, and I'm not seeing an unfinished camp. Uh-oh. Never mind. Unfinished camp. Golden pupa, please. Thank you. Okay, we didn't find... Actually, never mind. The whole polygamy attempt was doomed the entire time anyway. We didn't have enough golden pupas left to find both Flamingo Friend as well as the Rose Bundle. So it was just never happening. Oh well. A little weight off my back. Get rid of all those. Also, just drop that tractor, see if I can still get some value at it. The whacker tractors will give me trees and they'll give me sunflower seeds. They won't give me roses, though. It's only the squirrel launch that can actually give you extra roses. Oh, I just love that these are mega cropping themselves already. Makes life so much nicer. Saves us so much fertilizer as well. The participation trophy can be thought of as just a bunch of fertilizer. Just in a different form. Unfortunately, even if I gambled and got enough roses, it wouldn't matter anymore because I will not have the ability after I gamble to go back to the town because the next time I get to gamble is after I finish the next boss. I mean, like, I could now just buy heartbeats if I wanted to. I don't want to, but I could, but I don't want to, so I won't. But if I wanted to, it's important to know that I could. Okay, let's get a rain cloud down. I'll mega crop all of these as well. Sorry, they are already mega crops. Never mind, I will fully fertilize all of these. It's just I'm used to using the term mega cropping them. Yeah, this is just going to be a decent score run overall, pretty much. Just a stock standard... Well, was it stock standard? It was a very aggressive opening, especially for Rye. Rye, Robusta. This is Robusta. I'm Rye. Ryan. Rye is the nickname that only my parents use. More tomatoes, easy. Do we have enough to actually last us the whole rest of the run? Yeah, I think we have enough of these gold tier seeds, and importantly, little enough time left that, yeah, it'll last us the whole run. Nice. All right. I just want to get through all of them ideally now. as well. Put the excess down on the bottom of the map. Yeah, no, I just keep getting them back. I do have Fertility Pros, so it makes sense. It's just weird to spend so many days actually farming. Not used to it. It seems like if you are both having an easy run and a hard run, they have in common that you will spend a lot of time farming. Or ought to spend a lot of time farming, rather. Weird that it bookends the kind of run performance like that. Alright. Well, I do have to fight this season. I get extra seeds, extra terrain. Look, it's a very small cost. Might as well. I'm really loving how the resilience is working together. Yeah, cool. I'm really loving how the resilience is working alongside the participation trophy. In that I can plant things on the edges and occasionally they create mega crops. Like that might put an onion directly next to it. And if it does, it instantly makes a mega crop and I can have another mega crop of onions. It's real nice. Oh, we get these instantly now? Is that from marrying borage? No, borage is broccoli, so that's Norman then. Like, I knew pineapples were someone, it's just, I don't know who I thought they were associated with. Obviously, carrots are for the bunny character, Furiosa. Naturally. Okay. Should we transition to mega trees? We're almost done with all of the rare crops here. I think we'll transition to mega trees after the Undertaker fight. How about that? Yeah, I think that's probably the right idea. It'll just make the last fight really easy, and all of the mega trees will come up at the same time at the end of the Undertaker fight. They'll just grow instantly. Okay. Easy clears. Oh, 21 more roses. I'll leave those ungrown. Uh-oh. Should be mega cropping all of these. Alright. Come on. Nice. All works quite well. Let's finish mega cropping the sunflowers. Great. And you know what? I'll actually just mega crop each of these individual ones also. Now that all that's done, let's go for 1, 2, 3. I need to focus almost exclusively on getting these down. No! Why did I put that down? Needed to focus very heavily on getting those down right there. Damn it. There we go. Fine. Finish off the other 2 mega trees at the end. Yeah, I don't even know if I would have had time to plan all of them. You know the most annoying thing about this? I'll show you the most annoying thing about this. We were getting polygamy slightly earlier and 4 roses away from marrying all 5. We're missing out on watercress. That's not undoable. Because I didn't even have Flamingo Friend and I did not have Rose Bundle. It was viable. How early does a polygamy have to show up for you to be able to do it? Because the respawn rules appear to be that there will be 1 day after you marry someone, and then their slot will be filled. Or it could be at the end of the season that the slots get refilled, right? We can do it. All right. That's the new goal of this series for the moment. See? That's a rose. That's a second rose. That's a third rose. Actually, that's another mega crop of roses. Yeah, I've had access over the course of this run to enough roses to get that marriage done. Just not at the right time. Okay. Okay, sorry, brain's just whirring with, okay, okay, so when do things have to show up for us to have the possibility of doing it, that kind of thing. Okay. Let's just get more bananas down. And then pretty much all of these should come up quickly enough to get the kill. Kill is, like, absolutely trivial. Basically, up until year 7, killing the Corpsicopia is pretty trivial. At least it feels like it. Cool. That'll do it. This is... Oh god, it actually got onto the leaderboard. A year 3 run got onto the leaderboard. I mean, we were pulling massive scores from, like, even day 2, so that's pretty good. This was Robusta, year 3. Sunflower... Aggressive Sunflower. Start. I'm just gonna say aggressive Sunflower. That should make it clear. Nice. Nice. Now, here's the thing, though. If we are doing polygamy, we need to play on lower years. You can explore less. You can dedicate less time to the kind of or rather you have to dedicate more resources to other things, like keeping yourself alive and health in the higher years. If we are doing polygamy, I can probably stay on year 3 and still do it, because we just proved that we can get the resources in year 3 pretty easily. But if we're going for Robusta year 10, I don't want to go for Robusta year 10 yet. I'll make that clear. Apparently the last boss is going to be changed in year 10 specifically Maybe specifically for Robusta, because apparently some things about it were considered to be unfair. I haven't played Robusta Year 10 yet, but I have been warned by a couple people, hey, maybe wait until that's done before you actually take on the challenge. I'd like to hear your input. If anyone has any input about this, I'm always hanging out and reading the comment section. I'm not necessarily responding to every individual one, but I do read them all. Which is the same Gabe Newell line he used to do at the beginning of developer commentaries for the old Valve products. But if you have an opinion one way or the other, I'd like to hear about it. I lean slightly towards staying on Year 3 with Robusta and trying to do that. But I also recognize the possibility of just not finding polygamy in a run, and then what are you going to do? Or finding polygamy too late, and then it's like, okay, this is just another Robusta Year 3 run. But I also kind of enjoy the Robusta Year 3 runs. They have like a nice pace to them. They capitalize on the core strengths of the gameplay loop's difficulty without being at any point frustrating, which some of the higher year level modifiers can do at the moment. So I'd like to know. I'd like to know. In the meantime, though, I'm just gonna get some more cats. Can't believe we're one short. And then I've got to increase the capacity so I can get more cats. Obviously, what we should start out with is as many cats as we can get, and from there, go to making good cats. Well, higher tier cats, right? All cats are good. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Atomicrops. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.